We finished the last episode leaving Port Talbot's unconventional seafront. We've just crossed the River Avon and are trying to get as close as we can to the coast and to the industry that dominates the landscape and economy here. Stick around to see a very unusual motorcycle.
When the steelworks is your major employer, that's where all the social housing stems from. See what I mean?
Of course.
And this is where I looked on the map and there was no way around the steelworks other than the main road, and we virtually had to come back up to where the motorway is, do you see?
Yeah.
To get around the steelworks.
Because we just can't get down there.
I think they're still active in these steelworks, unlike the ones we saw up near Middlesbrough that have been closed down. Where the furnaces are still burning. When I say active, I'm not sure they're currently producing steel, but they can't stop the furnaces. They've got to keep the furnaces going, because to get them back up to heat would be, once you let them go, they've gone.
Right.
In the last episode, I spoke about the tertiary or service sector and how the UK has almost abandoned the primary and secondary sectors of the economy. Some people believe we don't need the primary and secondary sectors anymore, and that we can rely on other nations to produce our raw materials, manufacture our goods, and even grow the food we need. But can we really survive, let alone thrive, without producing anything? The steelworks here is a rare example of what's left of the primary sector in Britain and what made us great. It is the larger of two steel plants in the UK and is still one of the largest in Europe. It is, however, dwarfed by steelworks in places like China and India. In 1960, around 20,000 people worked here at the Margam Steelworks in Port Talbot. Today, it employs less than 4,000, and even those jobs are under threat. Most are expected to go as the two blast furnaces are being replaced with an electric arc furnace subsidised by £500 million from the British taxpayer.
Covers a massive area, doesn't it?
It is. It's huge. Absolutely huge.
Yes, we have lovely quiet roads, don't we, round the steelworks?
We do. Do you know why? Because normal people don't come to steelworks for their holidays.
Yeah, that makes us not normal.
We do. A lot of it's associated industry, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a bio waste back there.
Yeah.
This is, what's this, British Oxygen Company.
Yeah, that's right. British Oxygen. They supply your oxygen to hospitals and everywhere else really that needs oxyacetylene welding and stuff like that. It's all there.
Yeah.
Produce it, put it into recharge the canisters, the tanks, send it out. And the reason why they're here, well, they're not necessarily associated to steelworks, it's because the steelworks already occupies this dirty site, so they need somewhere to operate from, and they may as well operate from an existing dirty site. Ooh, starting to get interesting.
Yes, it looks like a dead end. Ooh, it's an open gate.
Level crossing.
Railway.
I don't think it's a level crossing that normal folk like us
are allowed to go across.
No, I don't think it is. I think there's people out here walking their dogs, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Stop, look, listen, it's just a little pedestrian one.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's the closest we're going to get.
Yeah.
flowers.
Yeah,
Memorial by the looks of it.
maybe.
Yeah, normally, isn't it?
The little, yeah.
Lots of gnomes for
Looks
some
like
reason.
a child, maybe. My dear daughter, I think it said.
Yes,
Or
looks
my
like-
dear brother.
I hope you're enjoying your holiday.
Oh, it's, yeah, like nothing else.
To the Port Talbot heavy industry. I know how to treat a girl.
No comment. Wow, they're going all over the place. Look at the doggies. So, no one at the front leading them. Perhaps he sends the dogs out then.
Well, the dogs are right, yeah. We'll chill out on
The
the
dogs
quad.
are like, yeah, we're ready to go whenever you want.
They're just all over the place as well, aren't they? Look at that.
Don't try and overtake them.
No,
You'll just
no,
spook them, won't you? Oh, he's going to send the dog to... Oh gosh, what is he doing? Oh, stupid car. Oh, unless he
Yeah,
is
this
part...
is what
Oh my goodness. Is he part of it, or is he being just as crazy?
I don't know.
Does he need a hand?
No,
Yeah,
he's part of it, isn't he?
Oh, he's just giving them a hand, isn't he? Perhaps that's what you do in Wales. You just help them when they're moving the sheep. They got to go right, yeah. So he's gone on forward. We've got a loose one, he's saying, over here. Let's keep watching. Don't rush, Joe.
I'm trying to get you a better view, darling.
Oh, right, yeah. Look at that. Well done, Farmer Giles.
Brilliantly done. Yeah, obviously, this guy was just helping out by the looks of it.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Another lovely beach.
Late in the day we came across this classic car show and took a quick look around just as the exhibits were starting to leave, but what really grabbed my attention was one of the 3 bikes parked in front of us. An immaculate Honda Rune.
So we've come to a car show that we've come across and we've discovered a Honda Rune. This is a rare beast indeed. Honda lost a lot of money on these things.
This model has a fascinating story. For those that don't know, Honda commissioned it as a no expense spared, no compromise production of a prototype design. The objective of the Rune was to showcase what Honda could develop. To quote the project leader, Masanari Aoki, no performance goals, no distinct function, purchase price not a consideration. It was all about the design and build quality. The look might not be your cup of tea, but you have to admire it. Despite what you might expect, it's very nimble and stable. Typical of Honda, it was always going to work and ride well. It was produced for the American market and allegedly cost Honda $225 million. No one seems to know how many were produced. Numbers ranged between 1,500 and 3,000. This means each bike could have cost Honda as much as $150,000 to manufacture.
Yeah, what a gorgeous bike.
I'll keep it. There's a few people on there, but
Thanks for sharing it with us.
yeah, sit on it. I'll be photo of one. Go and sit on it. Don't bother me.
Sit on it. Do you mind?
No, no.
I'll take all this gear off.
There you go. How does that feel?
Thank you.
See ya. It doesn't look easy to ride because there's so much at the front.
I think once you're on the move, it ain't too bad. He's doing alright, isn't he?
And the Spitfire is another one you can buy me as a little present.
Oh, it's a nice one, isn't it?
Yeah, I love the Triumph Spitfire.
Beautiful. Beautiful stuff.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
As we left the show, we saw another exotic Honda, an NSX supercar. If the Rune was Honda's answer to the best Harley-Davidson and Indian can do, the NSX was their answer to Ferrari and Lamborghini. By all accounts, both Hondas achieved their goal.
It is a gorgeous looking car as well, so it wanted to look right as well.
So we're just coming to Holidayville. There is something really quite charming about little holiday chalets like this. There's a certain charm. You all go to the same amusements or whatever fun it is you're having. But, I mean, look at that. That just sums up my point. Look how much fun that is. I suppose what it boils down to is time away from work or humdrum stuff, time together with family or friends. And in my case, reading a book and doing crochet, but I don't have holidays like that. I can't, wow, now there's a thought, crocheting on the back of the bike. I did see somebody crocheting in a swimming pool the other day. She was stood in a swimming pool in her bikini, and she was crocheting, and she had her wool in a little Tupperware pot floating in the water. Yeah. I could tuck my wool just somewhere in here or in my little bag. Yeah, I'm very excited to think how much crocheting I could have done over the last 3,000 or 4,000 miles we've done. That's probably a blanket. So do you think we'll ever get to the beach, or are we just having a little browse around all these holiday homes? And there seems to be millions of them. Definitely thousands. I'll take a look up this road with this camera. I would have to put a flag on mine because otherwise I would never be able to find it again. Oh, I think we've got some beach down there. Yes, we do. Oh, that is lovely. Look at those rock pools. Oh, wow. I can see some starfish down there. That is gorgeous. We'll be going in a minute. We just need to load the map. You can have your piece back. Smell that Barbie. Now that's what I call good wholesome fun. Look at that. Brilliant. What a scream. Love it. The best days of school holidays are days like that, aren't they? Under the bridge club. So we've had to come away from the coast a little bit, from, where were we just now? Porthcawl, because a lot of the coastland out to the coastline, to our right, is marshy now, isn't it? And not really any roads down there. So we have to come in a bit to get across a river, don't we? And then we can track back down on the other side of the river to Ogmore-on-Sea. Yeah. Yes, that's our bed and breakfast. We've stayed there.
Might be coming back.
Yeah.
So we're stopping to change batteries on a GoPro. This is part of our videos that you don't often see. We often have to pull over and change a battery. They don't last very long. And some of them decide that they're not going to work even when they've got about 40%. So there you go. And we've got about 11 batteries plus a Volta, which is a GoPro big battery pack. Go into a handle. And the Volta gets us a good halfway through the day, but then we're back over to the original batteries. And what time? It's about 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. and we have coming to the end of this day. We're looking for somewhere to stay. We're at Ogmore-by-Sea. We've been here before. Delightful place. But there's nowhere on Google or Booking that says there's a place to stay. So we're just going to Ogmore-by-Sea and going to take a look and see if there's a B&B with a vacancy. If not, we could be coming back to just to a place that we just passed.
Oh dear, here we go again. If you've been following us, you'll know we rarely book ahead. We see how far we get, and when it gets to tea time, start thinking about where to stay. This reminds me of episode 42, when he held out for a wonderful sea view campsite and we ended up in a pub garden. And in episode 6, when we eventually found somewhere but had to be out by 6 a.m. the following morning. And then there was episode 24, when we eventually found a place that didn't allow tents, but took pity on us right next to a nuclear power station. I love it really, especially when we end up somewhere really special, like the campsites in episode 4 and 26, which had awesome sea views, and the quirky campsites in episode 15 and 51. Also, there was the traditional inn in episode 47, and the lovely hotels in episodes 58 and 65. On this stage of our coast trip, we haven't brought our tent, and we didn't think for a moment finding somewhere to stay would be a problem. In fact, we're so confident of finding a guest house with a gorgeous view that we're heading straight back to the coast, hoping to simply come across a beautiful B&B. Join us next time to discover what happens.